Greg Heffley has difficulty getting girls, but in all honesty, his behavior is kind of creepy. For instance, in Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days at Rally's Country Club, Greg goes off to see the adult ladies in the hot tub. And these people are definitely 10 to 20 years older than him. In Diary of a Wimpy Kid the Third Wheel, when Greg finally has a date to the Valentine's Day dance, he decides to eavesdrop through the boys' bathroom to listen to what Abigail is saying about him. Or at least, that's what he's assuming, as he doesn't know whether or not Abigail is discussing how Greg's been behaving. One of the creepiest parts was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid The Ugly Truth. When everyone was settling down for bed, he had his sleeping bag conveniently parked next to Jennifer Houseman, who is not that bad looking. Greg presumed that he would be sleeping right next to her, someone who is not that bad looking. The fact that he even mentioned this itself is a little creepy. What's even worse is that Greg was considering sneaking off into the library, and he draws himself piling on a bunch of girls who are sleeping. Greg, you are not a harem anime protagonist. You are a middle school kid with absolutely no game. The only kisses on the lips you have ever gotten are from your relatives. And we cannot forget that he climbed into Lauren's bed. Now, I understand that Greg was cold and he needed to warm up. But who in their right mind would just lie down in someone's bed under the covers? Thank God Laurel's parents caught Greg in the act. Let us also not forget that in Diary of a Wimpy Kid The Ugly Truth, Greg is attracted to a hygienist who is probably 15 years older than him. And during the last time he had an appointment at the dentist, he looked her directly in the eye the entire time. And he even wanted to go out and get some cologne to make an extra good impression. Simp. And one of the last things that Greg has done that was pretty creepy was that he followed Evan and Julie Weber to lunch and tries whispering in Julie's ear that she should break up with Evan. So he basically stalked them to the cafeteria table, hid underneath the table, and tried to do some sort of subliminal messaging with Julie. Oh, and the reason why I even wanted to make this video in the first place was because Greg spent his money on x-ray goggles, which could see through clothes, or so he thought, and decided to test them out. And when that didn't work, he decided to do a throw-your-own-voice trick to get Bryce Anderson to stop talking with Holly Hills, so that Holly Hills ultimately moves on to Greg. No shot, Greg. No shot.